Jesus, do it for me. I can't do it alone. Do it for me. I can't do it alone. Do it for me. I can't do it alone. Do it for me. I can't do it. Do it for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Do it for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Jesus, do it for me. I can't do it. Do it for me. I can't do it.
All right. Good afternoon and happy weekend to each and every one of us. My name is Augustine Chukwegu, and I'm reaching out to you live from Nigeria. And what's today's date again? Today is the 24th of May 2019. And I'm going to engage us in a very brief broadcast. And the title of my broadcast is The Different Types of Leaders or Mentors Within the TBC Community. Well, I can see that the TBC community is seriously growing. We are really growing fast. And it's quite interesting to discover that we are growing very fast. And I made a broadcast last week, but my broadcast, even though it was scheduled for the Gringo Cash, I made some errors in my scheduling. So it didn't work as I thought. So the link which I made use of was out of sync with what I did. But nevertheless, I still went ahead to do the broadcast. Now, I don't make promises that I will be doing broadcast on a regular basis because of the nature of my job. Sometimes it could be very time demanding. Sometimes it could be very, very time consuming. And it would not give me the opportunity to do my broadcast. But notwithstanding, I want to do a broadcast. And I'm going to enlighten us a little about leaders within the TBC community. Now, before I begin, I would like to share my screen with us. Okay, now, like I said, the title of my broadcast is Different Types of Leaders or Mentors Within the TBC Community. Now, the question is, who is a leader, who is a mentor? Simple. A leader is someone within the TBC community that is able to consistently study the blog and have an idea of the roadmap on which we are moving within the TBC community. That's a leader. And a leader is also someone that has the leadership skills that are required. A leader is someone that has the leadership skills in the community to also guide people in a particular direction, especially the newbies within the TBC community. Those are the people I refer to as leaders. Now, it's also similar to a mentor. A mentor is someone that teaches you to follow after him. A very good example of a mentor is Jesus. In the Christian perspective, Jesus is the perfect mentor, meaning is the perfect example of God. And we Christians walk towards modeling ourselves after the pattern of Jesus. And it's all written in the scriptures. If you want to know about him, study the scriptures. Now, it's also likened to some other professionals, like those in the engineering field, civil engineering. There is a person they do call Tezagi. Tezagi is the father of soil science or soil engineering. And there are some other people too within the professional field in the area of law, in the area of medicine, who are also professionals and they have mentored several other kinds of people. Another kind of person that you can refer to as a mentor in the music industry is Michael Jackson. Though Michael Jackson is late, but he's a mentor, and many people have studied him, studied his dance steps, and are following after that pattern. Now, coming into the TBC community, who are the leaders within the TBC community? Simple. The leaders within the TBC community are people who understand the blog and who have followed the TBC community from the very onset. Now, um, let me quickly move into this, which is the general platform. Now, I'm so sure that so many people within the TBC community, they've lost sight of this particular website. They may say that this website is no more relevant within the community. Well, this website is very, very relevant. A good number of people neglect this information that has been put down here. The power to transform the world into abundance for all is contained within our formula. What is our formula? A simple question. Can someone explain what is the formula within the TPC community? It's simple. The admin could ask that question sometime. What is the formula that is within the TPC community? The formula is there, and I will tell you what the formula is. Join me. Let's go to our Kringle Cash back office. You see our numbers are really improving by the day. Though we are not running that speed, but I tell you shortly, we're going to start running at that speed. Now, let me show you what our formula is within the TPC community. This is what our formula is. It is written here in black and white. Sorry, not this one. Yes, this one. Now, look at our formula. This is our simple formula. The true value of TBC is based on the number of living men and living women that join us in agreement. The simple principle, have you seen it written in capital letter? It is agreement that makes us what we are fundamentally. Agreement as members, we simply measure that value in gold. It is as simple as that. Now, back to our question. Our question within the TBC community. Now, our question is what? Leaders. Who are the leaders? Who are the mentors? Leaders are those who are able to study the TBC blog. You see this particular TBC blog? This particular TBC blog is like this. Let me show you how it looks like. Hold on, please. I'm coming. I'm trying to get out. I want to show you how voluminous the blog is. That's what I'm trying to show you. Uh, I hope I'm not. Okay, this is it. This is what I'm trying to point at. Now, this is a blog. This is how voluminous our blog is. And within the TBC community, if there is anybody that can study this blog to a good extent and is able to interpret it for you. Now, in this our TBC community, there is a pattern for recruitment. There are some people within the community that specialize in the area of recruitment in the TBC community. There are some people in the TBC community that their area of specialization is what? Recruitment. That is, those people are vexed or they are vexed with marketing skills. They're able to see someone, persuade the person, and the person joins the TBC community by paying 8 grains of gold. Now, in Bitcoin or in Ethereum or in Litecoin, as the case may be. Now, there is also another set of people within the TBC community that specializes in training people within the community. You could see leaders in the community that specialize in recruiting, but they are not very good in training people because they may not have the skill or the patience to be able to sit down and exercise um, that the skill to take time and manage people. So there are some people that have levels of understanding. There are people that are very quick in understanding. Some are very slow. Now, understanding, some are very slow. Again, while some people they are, if they are short tempered, they may not be able to bear with such kind of people. But there are people who are also excellent lecturers within the TBC community. They're able to bear with such kind of people, teach them, even though they've not understood it, be patient with them, follow them until they've been able to understand it. These are the second kinds of people within the TBC community. The first people are people who go about what? Recruiting. The second set of people are those who go about what? Training within the TBC community. Now, let's come back. I'll ask you a simple question. You that is listening to me, tell me, how good are you within the TBC community? Are you very good in recruiting people? If you are good in recruiting, then go ahead and explore that area of your strengths. Now, are you someone within the TBC community that specializes in teaching people within the TBC community? Now, yours truly is someone that specializes in teaching people within the TBC community. Now, we're in Nigeria, and a good number of us within Nigeria want to know about TBC. We want to learn TBC. We want to take part in TBC. But you see, it's an online system. It's an online, um, it's an online kind of money. And actually, that's the future money. Because very soon, technology will make it such that it will be so easy to access the internet at a very minimal cost. So it wouldn't cost you so much to become a part of the members or do activities that take place within the TBC community. So you see, over time, it will be very easy for us to spend our TBC because it gets easier to have access to data. But over as at now, it is difficult for you to have access to data. So many people are interested in this thing, but they don't have the data to go to YouTube, watch videos, understand those things. It's only a few of us in the community that has that patience to go online, study videos, and all stuff like that. And you find out that their knowledge about TBC compared to those people who have ordinary smartphones and don't have so much data, their knowledge is a far cry. I mean, they are wide separated apart. Now, I thought over it and I looked for a way. I was thinking seriously about the way to bridge the gap because I am able to have serious close contact with so many people who want to know about TBC. They want to study TBC, but they don't have the skill. They were looking for mentors, but they don't have those mentors. Why? Because the cost that is involved is quite high. Let me give you a simple instance. Now, when you look at the leaders within the TBC community, like Derkibe, like Randy Wilson, like Dan Lutz, now these people, you can refer to them as exceptional leaders. You can refer to them as excellent leaders. But you see, if you are going to do business with them, and then they will train you, well, you may need to be, in fact, you need to be informed. You need to have enough money for data because you would have to go to YouTube, you have to visit sites, you have to go to Facebook and then contact people and all that, which is very good. And that is the standard that the admin is expecting of us. But why so many of us are not taking part is because they don't have the technical means or the financial means. So what they do is they sit back and they watch to see when the system will become liquid for them to start spending, to see when merchants can come in and start accepting TBC as a medium of exchange. Well, I am actually here to make a live broadcast and I am inviting you. If you want to be a member within the TBC community and you want to get yourself trained very well, now I will show you my group, and I think my group will be a way to explain. Now, this is my group, and my group are made up of three particular groups. The first one is this. It's called TBC Hydra Elite Academy. Now, what is TBC Hydra Elite Academy? Simple. TBC Hydra Elite Academy is a simple school. It's an online school. Now, just like the blog is a school where you get yourself informed. Now, practical explanations of those things are on the 24 hours live broadcast, like I am doing now. But you see, the 24 hours live broadcast is to attract those who will stumble into us, maybe as subscribers or as people who somehow watch the video or come across the video and then they like it. That's what this particular 24-hour live broadcast is, to have a relationship with audience. Now, that's the relationship now I'm trying to build. But you see, when you finish watching this video, it will take a while before you get back to me again, or you may see me online again. That's the reason why after I've made these videos, I make it public. And after making it public, like I'm doing now, I also invite you to become one of us in this TBC Hydra Elite Academy. Now, our total numbers are small. We are just 111. But I tell you, we are growing and we are growing exponentially. We are growing very well. In this school, it's divided into two departments. This is the general platform where you get first-hand information. Now, there is also another platform where you will get information, where you'll be taught, where you'll be brought in like a classroom, and then videos will be shot and uploaded there. Those videos are not videos in YouTube. They are locally produced videos from me or some other of my lecturers, and then they are uploaded there. Now, fortunately enough, WhatsApp has a high capacity compared to Telegram has a high capacity compared to WhatsApp. WhatsApp has a very low capacity. There are some videos that you put there and it will tell you it cannot upload. But WhatsApp, you can put a video of even 1 hour in this place. You shoot a local video and upload it on WhatsApp and it would come in comfortably. Now, it's easier for you to pass on your message using this particular Telegram group. So this is like a school where there is a general platform. Then during weekends, what happens is that the members that are part of this platform, they go to the school. This is the school. Now, so far so good. These are the total number of students. Now, this weekend, another set of students too will be coming in from the general platform to also get themselves informed. The informations that they get from here are first-hand informations because, like I said, we are leaders in the TBC community and we've been in the community for a while. So far, I've been in the TBC community for approximately 3 years, and I have followed the community judiciously. The major challenge that I have that is not making me a full-timer, is because of the nature of my job. That is the reason why I am not consistent in my broadcast. If I had a job where I would have time to do a broadcast regularly and then we'll have time for TBC, I tell you I'll do so. But for now, I think my job is okay and I am getting some reasonable returns from my job. So it will be good for me to have an alternative livelihood or an alternative source of income, which is TBC. Although TBC has not come to full maturity yet, shortly it shall come to full maturity. Admin has made it clear that next year we're entering into our economy phase. Now, when we're entering into our economy phase, before we get into or when we are in our economy phase, so many things are going to happen. Now, as a member within the TBC community, the whole purpose of TBC is for you to get yourself informed. Now, the elite has actually enslaved humanity, and humanity are thinking from a dimension that is out of scarcity. But if you are not able to study the blog, or you don't have a mentor that teaches you how to navigate comfortably through the blog, to the point where you are able to beat your chest and say, I understand TBC and I understand the goal of admin and where he's heading us to. If you're not able to achieve that, or you don't have that confidence, then you have not started within the TBC community. So I am inviting you within the TBC community, you that is listening to me, and you may think you know TBC, but you do not know. How much would it cost you to become a member in Nigeria? Nigeria alone, just a cost of 4,000 naira. 4,000 naira is all you would need to become a member within the TBC Elite Academy. 4,000 naira is to come into the tutorial classes. It only costs you 4,000, but to come into the general platform, you don't need anything. All you need to do is send a message to me on WhatsApp and you'll come into the general platform. But for you to become a full-time student of the academy, then it would cost you 4,000. But if you say you don't have the funds, then you are welcome to be in the general class. In the general class, information will be dropped. You are going to hear, you ask questions, and you ask questions, and then those questions will be answered by the members within the TBC community in the Telegram group. Now, before I finalize, I would also want to talk about the marketplace within the TBC community. Now, I call it marketplace because it is local to our own particular group. Now, it's a marketplace. What do they do in this marketplace? It's a very simple thing. This marketplace strictly deals on buying of TBC, or sorry, buying of Kringle coins and buying of Bitcoins. Now, of course, buying of Bitcoins of any capacity. You want to buy Bitcoin of $5,000, you can come here and then we'll sell it to you. And we have a well-organized system so that you have no fear that your money will go missing. You will buy Bitcoins to any amount, I'm talking of any amount, as long as the funds are sent down into the person's account, then you will get your Bitcoin immediately. And I, being one of the admins of the TBC Elite Academy, I am making sure that your money will be protected and it will be secure. Okay? So coming into this marketplace, we strictly deal on purchasing of Kringle coins or purchasing of Bitcoins. If you want to purchase Kringle coins, you can engage with us on this marketplace. And we are selling it on the daily market rates. There are a number of other things that I cannot disclose on this general platform, but I crave your indulgence. Please join me on this platform. You can join me on the general platform, which is the TBC Hydra Elite Academy. You can also join me with a small fee of about 4,000 naira. Now, you have to be a general member of the class, which is you have to be a general member of the TBC Hydra Elite before you can come into this place. At least you count one before you count two. So when you've counted one, which is the being a member within the TBC Hydra Elite Academy, then after you've studied the group and you're comfortable with it, then you can move one step forward to learn more about TBC from this particular place. Now, another one that you will also be interested in is being in the market. I think this is one of the most important things. Now, we are only able to get TBC if we purchase $100, we get one TBC. Now, the cookie reward will be ending next week. Now, let me show you what the admin said. I think this thing was put here yesterday. I think it was put here yesterday. Yes, this is it. Do you know how sweet you have it? Only one more week left for cookie redemption. Now, it's very clear. 1 week from now, the cookie redemption comes to an end. So if you want to take part in purchase of at least $100, $200, $300, any amount in the marketplace, you'll find all manner of people who are willing to sell TBC to you. So you choose, make a choice. When you make a choice, our organized system will guide you to make sure that you get value for your money. Okay? Now, I think I'm going to stop here. And then before I go, let me just quickly tell us something about our contest. I must tell you, I'm really impressed about our contest. We are seriously moving. Now, if you look at our contest, as at last week, let's look at last week. As at last week, it was Adiche Chuma who won it with 47. Now, if you look at our total numbers as at last week was 218. But now, as at today being Friday, our total numbers is 221. Now, before the end of today, this is going to increase to about 230 or 235, likely. Now, by Sunday, it is going to increase to about 230 or 235. Now, with TBC. I don't want to say so much about it. Let next year come. Admin has so many things in line for us. And I tell you, he's going to do it. And when he does it, you'll find out that TBC is going to be even more formidable than the Bitcoin you're talking about. All right, I will stop here. I want to start. I want to. Oh, there was a time my screen went off. I didn't. Okay, let me quickly share my screen again. Now, this is what I was trying to talk about. I was talking about, I don't know when my screen ran out, but at one point I said something about this, our numbers. As at last week, our total numbers were about 218. I was talking about this place. Our total numbers were 218. Now, as at this week, which is being today, our total numbers is 221 as at now. Now, before the end of today, it's going to increase to about 230, 35. Now, that's likely. Now, by Sunday, it's going to be about 270 or thereabouts. So that means our TBC community is really moving and is moving fast. I don't know how many of us has been able to look through the informations that are here. I said that by next year, admin is going to upgrade our system. It's going to be a full-time organized system. The block system will be upgraded. I think the critical card system will be upgraded. The wallet system will be upgraded. And I also tell you most likely that you would not be able to send in TBCs carelessly anymore by next year. Okay? Now, another thing I also want to point out is so many of us has not watched through this video. Video number one, video number two. We've not read through these informations. Many of us has not watched all these things and read through. We're just scrolling through. I think that's all. So many of us has not even watched this particular video, or they think it's just a poster. It's more than a poster. And many people has not watched the full disclosure on the purpose of TBC. Well, the choice is all yours. I've actually passed my message. Those of you who want to be part of the TBC Elite Academy, it's an open invitation I'm bringing to you. Send me an email address, send me a WhatsApp mail. My phone number is just below there. Check it, you see it. Send me a message and I'll respond to you. All right, it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I think I've stopped sharing my screen. All right, so I will stop here. And I think we're going to continue next week. I'm going to try my best to make sure that my broadcasts are going to be, at least I'll have one broadcast every week. And I believe that God is going to help me by his special grace. All right, thank you very much for audience. I'll stop here. Next week, I'll also give another broadcast. Cheers. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye for now.